With hundreds of different dungeons and raids to get randomly matched into, sometimes your daily roulette can get stale and boring. Then, you hear it. It's your favorite dungeon song. For the next 15 minutes or so, you could jam out to one of the best bops in the game, and there's nothing your other party members can do to bring you down. Though you might just stop to throw yourself a dance party between pulls. Before we get started, this video was suggested by my patron, SilverLanayru, who gets early access and sneak peeks into the development of my new videos, as well as priority when it comes to video recommendations and a special role in my community Discord. If you'd like to support the channel and get these perks, check out my Patreon and subscribe for as little as $1 a month. Now without further ado, here's my top 10 Final Fantasy XIV dungeon themes. And just to be fair, here's your spoiler warning for content in Stormblood, Shadowbringers, and Endwalker. Number 10. A Land Long Dead, The Burn. Grounded in a sandstorm while on the hunt for a friend in the unending wastes of the Burn, we are met by an almost eerily peaceful piano, softly introducing us to the fact that, outside of our party members, we are adrift and alone. The song is sorrowful, yet mystical, as we wander through the monster dens adapted to this harsh environment, completely devoid of ether, and the lost remnants of the Allegan Empire buried below the sands. The song also always stuck out to me because, unlike most dungeon themes, this one doesn't reflect the overworld map it relates to, or is a version of a previously notable song. Mostly because the Burn is topographically located far and away from inhabited locations of Authard. Instead, it gives us a small auditory sneak peek of the expansion to come, Shadowbringers. If you listen closely to the beginning of the song, you can hear a lot of similarity to the Shadowbringers main theme, as though we're being prepared for what ultimately befalls the same companion that we're searching for. Number 9. In the Belly of the Beast, Mount Gulg. The stakes are high in this penultimate dungeon to the Shadowbringers main scenario. Vothri has escaped and created a new paradise atop the floating volcano of Mount Gulg. The entire realm of Norvrant has come together to make sure you succeed in your endeavor to free the world from the all-encompassing light, and the music swells as you make your heroic and triumphant climb right to Vothri's doorstep. The trumpets sound your steady march up the mountain, the heavenly harp glissandos as you strike down sin-eaters by the droves. The drums pound like your heart as you try that one humongous pull at the end, and pray your healer knows what they're doing, and the tank knows how to use their invuln at just the right moment. There's something about Mount Gulg where, despite it being an old dungeon in today's terms, it still provides a decent challenge from the trash mobs more than the bosses themselves, and the music always gets me in the mood to DPS my butt off to make sure that tank lives long enough to kill 3 different groups of mobs. Number 8. As the Sky Burns, Vanaspati. Screams fill the air, and the Scions race into the nearby jungle in pursuit of a horrid creature, and watch as, one by one, the Thavnarians they've rushed to save turn into monsters straight out of a nightmare. All the while, the sky burns. This song encapsulates the pulse-pounding fear and adrenaline we all felt as the final days loomed at last on Aetheris. With the fast-tempo drum beats, frantic violins, and the vocalizations of the female singer towards the second half, this one stuck out to me, because not only did it capture the culture and the aesthetic of Thavnair, but it also kept the dread and helplessness of the moment in the scenario. Number 7. Unbreakable Duality, Fractal Continuum Hard. The Enterprise pitches to land, and you are met by a swarm of Allegan chimeras and other creations left to inherit the ruins of the Fractal Continuum. As your tank pulls on the first group of mobs, the guitar swells, and you know you're in for a hell of a ride. The overdriven guitar gets your foot tapping to the mix of Unbreakable and the Azus La theme. The drums go hard as you nod your head in time. All the while, the pulls are getting larger, and so are the Allegan monstrosities. Every now and then, there's a moment of peace and curiosity as you wander the halls between the waves of combat, with an unexpected tag-along searching for the truth. Number 6. Miracle Works, Catesis Hyperborea. Your fantastical trip into the past has reached its heart-pounding conclusion. With 3 unlikely allies at your side, you race to prevent, or helplessly behold, the beginning of the end. Catesis Hyperborea is home to many familiar and new concepts that you must face and put down as you climb the never-ending tower to the skies. The music is otherworldly, peaceful, then it jumps in intensity. The piano, violins, and harp mixed with synthetic waves of music in a perfect, frantic, yet beautiful piece that wonderfully completes the experience of this dungeon, and without a doubt, deserves a spot on this top 10 list. Number 5. Where All Roads Lead, Hero's Gauntlet. Stranded moms off course of your destination, spectral phantoms from other worlds bar your path. Their garb, spells, and combat tactics are familiar to you, yet have a foreign uniqueness to them that set you apart. Still, you are the warrior of darkness, and you are needed now more than ever, and cut a path through Amarang, Ilmeg, and Lakeland. The motifs of the three zones are interwoven masterfully into this song, yet with a fierce and powerful melody that reinforces the need to press onward to save the first, with your deeds not being forgotten as allies great and small appear to assist you. And if you're lucky and keen-eyed, a certain gentleman will make his return. Number 4. Carrots of Happiness, Smileton. The elevator descends into the depths of the moon, and what you find is a labyrinth unlike anything you've seen before. And yet, you know well by now, only the Loprits could have devised such a whimsical yet utterly flawed structure. The motif of footfalls blares in your ears as a jazzy and upbeat rendition takes your hand and practically throws you into each pool, battling the creations meant to guard the homes. The mobs are plentiful, the pools are big, but you can't seem to stop yourself from humming or tapping your foot to the upbeat saxophone, synths, and piano that has no chill. Without a doubt, this song is definitely the big cheese of dungeon themes. Number 3. Of Countless Stars, Dead Ends. It all comes down to this. With your companions in tow, you march through one vision of utter despair to another, all to understand the reason behind the carnage, and find your own answer. The drums pound with determination, the strings beckon you to gaze upon the sorrow, and then the motif of Ultima Thule enters the scene, the same song that your companions created through Dynamis, and though wordless, you can't help but sing the lyrics as you defy despair, with every foe felled and every world traversed. Tales of loss and fire and faith indeed. Number 2. Mortal Instance, Amarat. Welcome to the final days of Amarat, you hear as you pass through a wall of flame into a hellscape beyond fathoming. Horrific beasts spawn from thin air as the sky burns red, and buildings crumble into the abyss below. A sorrowful, hopeless melody plays as you venture through the city, with the beautiful yet haunting vocals of a woman mourning the lives lost with every step. The violins wail the motif of the Tempest, and those that have seen the tale of Shadowbringers to its end, you can't help but sing the lyrics of To the Edge. Mortal Instance captures the feeling of the events during the dungeon, while still encapsulating the history and lore behind it that we will later learn. It's a dungeon and a song that has withstood the test of time, and has grown even more harrowing and beautiful as the story has progressed, which is why it is placed firmly near the top of my list, and I would be hard-pressed to let it be dethroned anytime soon. Number 1. A Long Fall, The Twinning. You step past the threshold of the Crystal Tower, an all-too-familiar scene, but this time, instead of climbing the spire, you are on a quest to delve into its deepest dungeon and beyond, and uncover the means by which it and its singular passenger arrived in the first. You also hear a familiar song, twice over. The Crystal Tower and Omega themes are perfectly combined in this rock composition, foreshadowing the truth that awaits. This song has sparked a cultural phenomenon among the 14-player base, being such a banger that people cheer and chat when they roll this in their roulettes, and even sparking the infamous twinning meme dance and matching outfit. It's so prominent that even the Primals paid homage to the meme in the official music video for Longfall. So fry up some chicken tenders, grab 3 of your friends, and take a dive into the depths of the Crystal Tower. Uncover some of the most rewarding lore in the game that congratulates you for completing the raids of expansions past. And don't forget your Southern Seas attire. And those are my top 10 picks for best dungeon themes in Final Fantasy XIV as of patch 6.58. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and comment down below with what your favorite songs are that make a dungeon worthwhile for you. And don't forget to subscribe for more Final Fantasy XIV content. If you want to catch me live, my friends and I have been tackling the Weapons Refrain on Twitch every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday night. Good luck on your journey!